Everyone, today's story unravels a mystery, one hidden not behind a person or a secret, but behind a company name. A company that builds the invisible armor of a nation. A company whose products decide in an instant whether a soldier lives or dies. Helmets, armor plates, composite aircraft structures, each one born from precision, science, and secrecy. That company is Samyang Comtech. Samyang Comtech's story begins in 1962. Under the name Oriental Industry, it was founded in a time when South Korea had almost no domestic ballistic technology. Imported steel, borrowed methods, and trial and error experimentation were the norm. But this company believed that a sovereign nation should also have sovereign protection. By the early 1970s, it was designated an official defense industry enterprise, placing it within the core infrastructure of national security. That designation was not simply a license to operate. It was a formal acknowledgement that this private firm had earned the right to guard the nation's front line. From there, the company began evolving at a molecular level. Iron gave way to ceramics, metal to composite fibers. It pursued high strength-to-weight ratios, developing materials that could be both lighter and stronger. Every test, every small batch, was a balance between temperature, pressure, and time, variables controlled with precision down to the decimal. Thousands of sintering experiments later, a new generation of ballistic panels emerged, strong enough to stop armor-piercing rounds, yet light enough to be carried by a single soldier. In the defense industry, this is not just engineering. It is alchemy under regulation. Samyang Comtech also built something that few companies in Korea had ever dared to, a ballistic testing facility inside its own plant. Here, bullets and shrapnel are fired under real-world conditions to measure impact resistance, fracture propagation, and residual energy absorption. It's more than a laboratory. It's an internationally certified testing platform that determines whether a material is strong enough to be worn in combat or mounted on a tank. Every plate that fails stays inside the facility. None are shipped. That alone tells you the company's ethos. Its products must survive the test before its reputation does. Then, in May 2025, decades of quiet development converged into one extraordinary event. The Defense Acquisition Program Administration, DACA, approved Samyang Comtech's export of composite armor for Turkey's next-generation Altay tank. This was a turning point, not just for the company, but for South Korea's defense sector as a whole. In the traditional model, these contracts are handled through G-to-G, government-to-government agreements, where large prime contractors such as Hanwha or Hyundai Rotem manage the process and smaller firms participate as subcontractors.